You should know you're not allowed to. You shouldn't even be here. What are you even doing here? What are you doing here?
Okay, I wanted to give you a video today because it's Friday. I like to give you videos on Fridays and Mondays and Wednesdays, kind of 3 a week. And I was going to do one where it was a behind-the-scenes look at Guardians of the Galaxy, the TV show that I'm on, where I play Cosmo, the telepathic Russian cosmonaut dog. And I play Yondu. He's the blue alien with the mohawk and the whistle. And I had a session earlier this week, and I brought my little iPhone in, and the problem I'm having with the iPhone, I don't know if anybody else has this, but I use this program called Filmic Pro. Great program, except for the fact that the focus goes in and out, in and out, in and out all the time. Really hard to deal with. I'm on my GoPro right now. Got my microphone there. I've got my little screen so I can monitor what's going on, you see. I shot some stuff on it in the car as a little intro, and it was fine. Okay, so I'm at the studio where we record Guardians of the Galaxy. I want to take you behind the scenes today, kind of show you the cast and the crew and how we put it all together. So I was going to take you behind the scenes on that, but of course that show's very top secret. You can't know what any of the storylines are for the upcoming season and all of that. Took you in to see the studio, but all in all, kind of boring. The problem was every time I went in and started filming people,
You know you're not allowed to do this. This is top secret. You're breaking Marvel NDA.
James, turn it off.
so I thought, well, I guess I need to come up with something else for the Friday show. So what I thought I would do is give you a tour of my home recording studio. I built the studio out not that long ago now. I'm using these fantastic sound tiles, and these are made from a company called Audi-Mute. Great products. I love their products. This is all, here, I've got one panel down here. You can see it. You take a look at the back. It's filled with recycled cotton. And so it's nice and eco-friendly. They're using a nice clean cotton fabric. They're very easy to install. Literally one screw in the wall, hook, and it just hooks on. Got the whisper tiles up on top. They've got a great curve, and they're great for things in the ceiling. And they're hanging from the ceiling. They're not completely stuck to the ceiling. They're coming down because that's how they're the most effective. You may notice, though, I've got these regular doors. These doors are actually going to be replaced very soon. Sound quiet doors. They've solid core, and they're made for soundproofing and making it a little more sound resistant, I should say, rather than soundproofing. And then also in my booth, which is right here, and for any of you that watch my vlogs, you see me in this booth actually quite often. It's usually about there is the view you're getting, because see, I have a got a GoPro there. That's the one that's usually taping everything. My mic is on a wall one. I've always liked those better than just the regular mic stand, because it gives you more space. See, I can move around here, and then I can adjust it to my height or anybody else's height. The microphone I have right now on is a Devall mic. It's a UM70. It's one of my favorite microphones. They're great for animation. It's the same basic concept as this Neumann U87. It's a great microphone, all around great mic, but it is about $2,000, maybe $1,800. You can find them online. All my other mics are in a drawer here. Well, these are actually not all my mics, but some of my mics. Studio Projects C1. This microphone is about $200 and something, almost $300. Any voice actor should have one of these in their artillery because it's just a fantastic microphone. Got a Neumann TLM 103, which is used in animation quite a bit. A Sennheiser 416, some other shotgun mics. This is, I love this mic, I mentioned it before, the Apogee MIC. This plugs into your iPod, your iPhone, whatever, and it sounds wonderful. I've got some more mics stowed away in a little utility closet, but these are the ones that are kind of just always on the ready, along with the Devall. It's in there right now. You can see also I use my iPad. That's how I do all my scripts now. I've been paperless for many years. I used to have a screen, but up on the wall mounted in my old booth, but now I just use the iPad. It's much easier. The way I do it then too is I use my headphones right there. It's all connected. It's just kind of nice and easy. I put all these quick release things on. I don't know if you can see this right here on the mic. This thing is a quick release. It's a button right there, and you can squeeze that button and then the mic will just pop right off. And so if you change microphones out a lot, which I do for different sessions, these things are great. When I'm doing Skype sessions, I pop my Apogee microphone right into the iPad. Now let's take you more into the room. For years I had studios that had, you know, these huge mixing boards and all this equipment, outboard gear, and I loved it all, but it's really not that necessary anymore. You use Pro Tools and everything's pretty much within the computer. Okay, my computer is down here, and I'm using the trash can, which is a fantastic computer. External drives, I've got some over there as well. You can see I've got an Avalon preamp over there. That's a 2-channel preamp. I love that one. I just don't use it that often because my absolute favorite preamp is the Universal Audio LA610 MK2 2, and recommended this to D. Bradley Baker. He uses it now too, and it's a fantastic amp. It runs about $1,800. So again, yeah, pretty pricey, but if you are doing stuff, you know, day in, day out, good to have a really good preamp. This is a tube amp. So is my Avalon. They're both tube amps. Tube gives a warmer sound, a nicer sound. Why do you need a preamp for your microphone? It helps boost the just the power of the microphone into your system, and it gives it a nice, clean, rich sound. This one has compression built into it as well as EQ. I don't generally use any of those because I like to let them do it whenever I record. I like to then let them have a straight, clean audio path, but I have the ability to put compression on if I want. Going from the trash can right into Apogee Ensemble Thunderbolt. This is my digital analog converter. So I plug my microphones directly into this. Microphones are analog. They go directly into this, and it converts it to digital going into the computer. And then it allows me to go out and use it on my computer on Pro Tools. And you've seen me edit on Pro Tools before if you've watched any of my other vlogs. And that's what I use primarily. There's another great program called Twisted Wave, which I use on my iPod, my iPad, my iPhone, all of those if I'm recording on the road. Twisted Wave is a great program for anybody that does not want to get into the big stuff with Pro Tools or Logic or any of those, trying to learn all of those programs. Very inexpensive program, twistedwave.com, Google search Twisted Wave. Great program to use for just recording your voice if you're doing auditions or you're doing voiceover where it's just straight voice stuff. Got a lot of great plugins already built into it, pitch shift, EQ, reverb, compression, but I do use Pro Tools primarily. I edit all my videos in Adobe Premiere Pro, the Creative Cloud. I'm on that. But again, you can see a really pretty basic setup. A lot of people have asked about my speakers. These are Adam A7s. We got Obi-Wan Kenobi bobblehead. You gotta have the Obi-Wan bobblehead. There's another thing, actually, that I just got that I'm gonna be using at my studio. I just got these from Audimute, again, the company Audimute. These are sound blankets, and I've got a bunch of them I'm gonna be hanging up in the studio there to help deaden the sound. Again, I'm not soundproofing, I'm deadening the place so there's not a bunch of reverb every time you talk in the room. Like in this room, for example, this is my living room, it's very live in here. So these blankets I'm going to hang up all over throughout the studio at the JAT studios where we'll be recording and shooting the shows. I've got 2 more boxes of them over there. I've also got some sound baffles that are going to be coming soon for the ceilings there. I believe it's like 16 of these under $800. Really a great bargain. They're thick, they're clean, they're eco-friendly as far as again, they use recyclable materials. They've got grommets there, so you can hang them easily in your room. So if you're like, I want something, they come in 2 different colors, blue and tan. And you go, I want to help dampen the room so it's not so loud and echoey, and you have a small space, you can get an even smaller kit. Again, I got 16 of them. You could get 4 of them, depending on the space. If you have a closet, something like that, it hangs it up, it looks nice. I'm not getting paid to say that or anything. I've bought all of this stuff from them. I've spent quite a few thousands of dollars with them, but I like the product, and so I'm doing it to just show you what I've got going in here. So there you go, a little behind the scenes of my studio here, and some of the equipment I use and some of the things I do. If you have any questions, you can always submit questions at jamesarnoldtaylor.com. Please subscribe. Thanks so much. See ya.